Welcome to the Guildford Book Festival. I'm Jane Jones, and with me is the highly entertaining Steve Furst.
Hello.
Actor, comedian, comic writer. You may know his face from Little Britain and the Orange ads. And I may say, a very brave man. For Steve's forthcoming book is called 100 Worst Britons, where he's bravely gone where no one's trod before, and he's listed his 100 worst inhabitants of this fair isle. So Steve, why did you do it?
I'm constantly irritated by people. The older I get, the more irritated I become. And unfortunately, in the sphere that I'm in, when people become ubiquitous on telly, you can't help just go, I've had enough of you. That's the reaction. And also there's people get awards for being great, and that's wonderful, but people don't get awards for being irritating. And ostensibly that's what this book is. It is my award for being really bloody annoying. And there are 100 of them.
100? Yeah.
It's an alphabetical list, because people have said, who's your top, who's your bottom? And, you've all got your personal favourites of people that you don't like, but I just thought, no, alphabetical's fair, and then everyone can kind of give their own top 10 or their own top 3 or whatever. So.
And we are going to be asking you later, aren't we?
Yeah,
later on, we're going to be asking you.
It's an interactive book.
Yes, to give your suggestions. So was it a struggle to get to 100, or was it a case of pruning down?
No, when you're at school and you've got to finish a project and you're like, oh God, or at college it's a 4,000 word essay and you're at 280 words and you're finished basically, and you're like, well, how can I pad this out for another 3,000 words? With this, it was pruning all the time and having to be quite selective and weirdly quite fair in my attack on people. And it's purely subjective. This is my list. These are the people that I've decided I want in there. And it's become a very, very good pub game, because most of my friends have been engaged in it for months now. I've got another one for your book. Or are they in the book? And so we have a Facebook page and a Twitter feed, and people are constantly suggesting their worst. And that, I hope, will never stop.
Because we were having a chuckle earlier, because first of all, you've got Richard Madeley.
Cool.
And we had him here a couple of years ago. I interviewed him sitting in these very seats, and he is one of these particular seats. He's delightful. He's charming. The audience loved him. Was anybody here when Richard Madeley was here? He was absolutely charming and delightful. I had developed an instant crush, and I was sitting there going, just remembering the next question. What is wrong with Richard Madeley?
Or do people side with my view that he's just a bit of a tit? And even his wife would say, yeah, put him in. Please, put him in. And I do side, and I say, I'm not sure if it's apocryphal or not, but several friends have worked on the show, and I've been on their show before, and in the green room it's always quite interesting, because she's amazing, and I love her to bits, and great to talk to, and you engage in conversation, and then he'll sidle up, and it's like the weird guy at a party that you go, oh, please, no, and it kind of offers an opinion that's always it's a bit clunky, and it's not to say, at no point am I saying these are horrible people. Fred West isn't in there.
No, I noticed that.
So these are. It is meant to be an entertaining tone.
And how many of these people have you met or engaged with? I mean, are you worried about becoming the worst Briton yourself and everybody
absolutely.
reviling
I'm
you?
well aware that people are going to put me or want to put me in there. I think I've probably met at least a third, if not half.
Because maybe
a third.
Mick Hucknall, you met in rather unusual circumstances, didn't you?
Yeah, he was at my wedding. and he wasn't invited. I didn't know, but I can remember my ex-wife saying, there's a bloke over there that looks like it is Mick Hucknall. Why is it? The bloke who made my suit, my wife's dress, who's a tailor, knew him.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. And invited him. And you just think, if you were a superstar, what would you I don't understand why you want to be a +1 at a stranger's wedding. It seems a really odd thing to do. And so, you know, there were lots of performers getting up and singing and doing turns. So inevitably we asked, we said, would you sing? The band can play, whatever. And he went, no. No. Oh, is that a vodka? Lovely. You know? Like, unbelievable. Chatting to women, he probably pulled something. It's extraordinary. And you think, for that reason alone, you're in the book. Although a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I mean, man, is he annoying? He really is. I mean, he's put people in there that are part of the pantheon of entertainment, really, because even if you aren't aware, or you don't kind of seek out the life of Jodie Marsh or Kerry Katona, it's rammed down your throat everywhere you look. So you've got to address that, I think, and obviously they're in there and not in a good way. Nigella is in because I find her soft porn show. I don't want to see someone backlit by a fridge in a negligee. That's not a cooking show. I want to know how to cook, and also it's this lifestyle that is being sold, that it's all perfect, and that there's always time to go down to Waitrose and get some monkey testicles and whatever, and ridiculous ingredients, and then just have it on the table. It just does not like that. And as lovely as she is, and she is lovely, and I just, once again, she is the figurehead for something that is virtually unobtainable.